Hello, and today we're going to be looking at the Schrade Tough Tool. This was an American company. I think they released this tool in 1997. I think the company went bust or something happened. They ceased trading in 2004 and it was taken over by a Chinese firm, I believe. So this is a Chinese version of the American version, if that makes sense. I don't hold my hopes too high. This was a between 20 and 30 pounds for these tools. I'm hoping to get an American version, the original version of this soon, so I could do like a side-by-side comparison. But as you can see, this is brand new, it's sealed, it just came through today. This is the ST1NB. It is the black version. So let's get it open. Right, quite nice. I like the green packaging. Let's have a look what we've got. Okay. Right. It's sealed. What's this? Oh, I quite like the. Hang on, let's get this out. Right, instructions. Oh, that thing is why that's in there. But anyway, get rid of that. Got the instructions. We'll try and work it out ourselves because, let's face it, instructions are boring, aren't they? Right, first impression, the case is actually quite nice. It's not your typical cheapo looking or feeling. It's almost got like a denim sort of feel to it. Nice logo. Got a plastic clip. Does that come out? No, it's... And you can put it on your belt as well. Oh, the case is actually alright. Velcro. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Nope. Put that aside for a second. There we go. Let's have a look. So, as I said before, this is the black version. I really like the bright green stuff on there. We got Schrade Tough, and that's the US patent numbers. Bit of grease going on there. Now these were sort of, I think, like I said, 1997. I believe these are one of the first multi-tools to have outside opening tools like this. All tools outside opening. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Well, first of all, oh my god, they're huge. Oh, hang on, let me put that near the mic so you can hear this. That's very grindy. The pliers are nice and free, and meats at the end. There's hardly any wobble in them at all, surprisingly. But yeah, they need a damn good cleaning. I find ultrasonically cleaning gets rid of grit usually like that. Right, let's look at the plier heads first. So we have the usual fine teeth, coarse teeth, and we've got wire cutters there. Quite beefy plier heads. I feel okay. They look a bit sort of flimsy, but it's not as horrendous as I thought it would be. So yeah, I do like that green. I just think it looks kind of cool. You've got Schrade written there, and on the other side, and you've got these weird sort of steps in the pliers there. But they're your typical sort of cast pliers. Nothing too special. We're going to test the cutting abilities in a minute. I think it looks quite cool. Anyway, let's see what we've got. We have, cool, quite stiff. Have a knife. Doesn't feel overly sharp, but we'll again try that in a second. Now I think on these, you've got these raised tools. I believe, from what I've read, if you push those down, that acts as the lock release. Yeah, I'll see if I can get this in focus for you guys. No, my camera doesn't want to play today. Wow, how rubbish is that? I don't know if you can see that. It's slightly raising it out there. Okay, so we've got the knife. I think I missed this one on the end here. How do you get that up? Ah, there you go. Oh, that's brought the knife up as well. File. Cross cut, which feels a bit meh. And that's rubbish. Does it actually work? Let me try my nail on it. Oh, it's really bad. The file's terrible. Cross cut's okay, but single cut, rubbish. Okay. Oh, hold on. So that doesn't lock. Is it supposed to? No, perhaps that's not supposed to lock. Well, it doesn't if it is supposed to. Let's just try the knife again. Yeah, the knife locks. So the file doesn't lock. Press that down. What's the next tool? Are these actually tools that... Yeah, they are. What's this? We've got like a weird... I don't know if that's like a pick. It's almost like a hoof pick. I don't really know what that is. It can't be an awl, surely. But picky, grabby, I don't know. That doesn't lock. Okay. And we have screwdriver. 2D screwdriver, Phillips. It locks into place. Looks okay-ish. Press that down. And we have... What's this little one here? Oh yeah. Can opener. Again, nothing's feeling very sharp at the moment. Let's see if I get a bit more light on there. There you go. Yeah, nothing feels too sharp. That's, I assume, a can opener and a bottle cap lifter. That doesn't lock into place. Next tool, which I can't get out. Let's get out that way. We have a small flat screwdriver. That doesn't lock into place. And what's this one? Oh, large flat screwdriver and wire cutter. I suppose you could use that as a light pry bar. That does lock into place. So we press that down, put it back in. What's this one? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. We have a serrated, well, combi blade, serrated, and a fine, straight blade, which doesn't feel very sharp. No way, that doesn't actually lock. I was expecting that to lock, it doesn't. Okay, and sorry, what do we have here? I don't know, the nail nicks are a bit, okay. And we have a saw. It feels okay, but not great. It's not going to compete with the likes of Victorinox or Leatherman or anything like that. You can't firmly do that with those ones, whereas this one you can. So I'd say that's probably going to be fairly rubbish. And we have scissors. They don't lock into place. They sound like scissors. We'll try those. Let's give them a go now, actually. We'll try them first, shall we? Okay. The good old paracord test. Where are we? Try that. Oh dear. Yeah, let's try squeezing those. Wow, I think this wins the competition for the worst scissors I have. They're not even, I don't think they're even marking this. Wow, that is terrible. Okay, well that's an epic fail. What's it like through card? There we go. Oh, it's okay, but as you can see what's just happened there, they've collapsed on themselves. Why is that? Okay. In fact, the spring has now stopped. Oh dear. Something's happened to the spring. Wow, I think that is actually just bending. That spring is... that is rubbish. Let's try that again. Right, okay. Well, it does cut through the card. Have I got any paper anywhere? Yeah. Let's see what it's like for a single sheet of paper. Oh, we got through that time. Okay, they've woken themselves up. Okay. As you saw that first one I did, I didn't even cut. So they are truly, truly terrible scissors. Shame, because they look very similar to like Victorinox or something, but and they sounded quite scissory, you know, that sort of sound you get, but truly, truly awful. Okay. Right. They don't lock either, put those in place. Shall we try... Let me try wire cutters. I've actually got some cable here. Okay, well, it's not going to do those because they're not big enough, but we can chomp through, I think. Okay, alright, well, let's just get the good old Decoyu out, and actually let's just split a bit of cable here. Make this a bit fairer. See how sharp the M390 blade is on the Decoyu T1. That went through that no problem. And let's just get some wire out so we can give it a bit more of a fairer test. Out she comes. Ugh. Okay. Let's see what it's like now. Oh, that one. That one. Yeah. Pretty clean cuts. Didn't squeeze it too much. So they're okay for wire cutting. Not sure about the old coat hanger test. But yeah, they cut cleanly enough through the wires. So that's okay. Should we try a wire stripper now we've got the wire out? Which one was that? That was that one. Okay. So this is similar to a lot of these wire strippers you see. Again, Victorinox, and you've got, I think, one in the Decoyu, and most of the Leathermans. You've got this little notch, so let's have a little go. So the idea is to put it in there and spin the wire around and pull. And as you can see, that didn't go well at all. Let's try that again. Sorry about the focusing, guys. Well, that didn't cut it, it more sort of tore it away, so you could see they're not sharp. So you could, with a like a diamond file type sharpener, probably get that to a decent edge. What the steel is in these, I don't know. I might have a look at the destructions in a minute, but that does lock into place, which is good. Press that down. Right, okay. What else can we try? Whilst I'm thinking, let's weigh her. See what she weighs. So we are looking at 232 grams, or 8.18 ounces. It's got quite a slim profile, and I think the original ones, they had rivets rather than these like star or T connectors or T screws, whatever. I think it looks better than it is, if you know what I mean. But so far, okay. Let's just try the blade, shall we? Do the paper test. Where's that paper gone? There it is. Some of the rubbish out of the way. Okay, so we go. Okay, it's got an edge on it. It's not ultra sharp, but it's okay. And again, try that with a bit of paracord. Haven't managed to cut any paracord yet. Yeah, it went through. It felt a bit slidey, but it's not terrible. You could soon sharpen that up. Again, like I say, I don't know what the steel is on these. They might not be the best. Now, we had a serrated blade somewhere, didn't we? Shall we try that? Where did that go to? There it is there. Such a weird shape from that side. And it's odd that that doesn't lock. That, I could tell you, is nowhere near as sharp as the knife we just tried, but we have the serrations there, so let's give the test with a paracord. Oh dear. Okay. Damn, that just grips. Just grips in that. Yeah, that's not a very slicey serrated blade. I'm not quite sure what that would be good for, really hacking through a seat belt or something, but it's you can't move it back and forth because it just grips in with those claws. So yeah, not great. Okay, well, initial impressions. I actually like the look of it because it's just different. It is humongous. I'm not sure how strong they'll be. I will probably do a real pressure test on this when I get the American made one, just to see if this just collapses under a lot of pressure. I've noticed, I'm not quite sure what the hole is there, but that could be a weak point in the handles. Not quite sure what that's for. Grindy, but that could be resolved. The tools, sort of the feel of the tools aren't as horrendous as I expected them to be. They're not sharp, but you can do that yourself. I don't know, and the scissors, horrendous, obviously, and so is the file. In fact, it's not going very well, is it? I'll be amazed to see the difference, because I've heard that it's like night and day between this and the American made one. So I think it's quite a nice looking tool because it's just different. You can see it's of its age. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it because the tools are pretty naff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying the American one and see if there's a huge difference. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, or please subscribe. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Until next time, see you later.